GM. What's going on, Lero? Appreciate you being one of the first ones tuning in. Always love it when there are people that tune in before I even have the chance to tweet anything out. You guys are the real ones. So I'm about to tweet this out here in a second. Yo, Rami, welcome to the stream, man. Sorry that it's been a few days since I've been able to get up and running, but we're back. And it's good to be back. I didn't know if we were going to for a little bit. Didn't think that we were going to hit that goal in time, but you guys helped cross the finish line right in time. So we're going to get back going now that I'm back in town and get back to doing this as regular as possible again. Trying to shoot for every day with this. Give me just a second. Like I said, kind of tweet this link out. And we'll get rolling here in a second. Okay. I tweeted it out, so I'm sure we're going to have a decent inflow here in just a bit. Ali, welcome to the stream. So here's what the game plan is. I'll spend like the first 5 minutes just digging through the charts, looking at just what's happening across the crypto market right now. It's been a few days since we've really had the chance to dive in, so we'll do that. Oh yeah, let me turn down the music a little bit. Yeah, so we'll dive into the charts real quick, just get a baseline while everybody is coming in and joining. After we do just that baseline check on the charts, we'll go ahead and dive into all things Friend Tech and Base Chain. We'll kind of have that be the focus of this stream. You know, you can see here, you can chart and kind of see the activity on FriendMex, which I think is pretty cool. We've got a lot more activity going on here than we did the last stream. So it'll be interesting to go through and look at some of these and see what some of the trends are right now. And, you know, the funny thing is with the Friend Tech stuff, they're almost like different little sectors of the market that are kind of breaking out. So we'll talk about that, talk about some theories for point distribution. You know, some ideas for what might be effective farming methods, and you know, we'll just have some fun with it, man. So, 1 second. Yo, what's going on, my block? Welcome to the stream. So it looks like it's gonna be a pretty quiet stream tonight. And I'm cool with that, man. Like, you know, if we just have a few of us on here tonight, I'm perfectly fine with that too. But, you know, if you could go to Twitter, show that tweet, any love, any likes, retweets, comments on it would definitely be appreciated. And, you know, same for you guys who are on here right now. If you could smash that like button beneath the video, and also sub. If you have not subbed before and this is your first time here, it would be greatly appreciated. Either way, with that, love you guys. Like I said, let's go ahead and just dive into the charts while we're waiting for the rest of the crowd to come in for the Friend Tech stuff. Yo, appreciate that, my block. Yeah, so I mean, pretty simple right now with Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, obviously had that huge sell-off after the SpaceX news the other day. Not really sure, you know, I've been out of town all weekend, so I'm not really sure what else drove it other than the fact that, you know, equities, like if you look at equities have been just trash the past week as well. But had a solid bounce today, solid rally at the very beginning of the, so, you know, hope. Right now, after hours, not really seeing anything too crazy happening. A little bit down, but basically flat. So not really telling too much heading into tomorrow. But, you know, again, little bounce right now. Hopefully, we do see some type of base forming there. And we see Bitcoin rally along with it. So, you know, again, dude, that wick, I remember watching it. I just, as that was happening last Thursday, This right here, I had just rolled up to a friend's pool and I was watching that live and I was just like, shit, dude, this type of stuff always happens right whenever I step away from the computer, whenever I step into a situation where there's no way I can really talk about it, trade, focus on anything crazy. So I just kind of took it in stride and I was like, yeah, okay, well, we're finally getting the volatility that we asked for. Wasn't the direction that a lot of people wanted. But, if you've been tuning into the streams for a little bit now, really not too much of a surprise that we did see any type of correction. Heck, I think the last stream that I did have a chance to go ahead and host was with Dime, and we were looking at the charts right here after BTC did break down. And when I say break down, I need to go ahead and draw what I'm talking about here. So... when it broke down, it was right there. And we were talking about how weak the chart did look. Did I expect that to happen the next day? No, not at all. Like, I'd be a complete liar if I said that. But it did. So, I kind of do like those clean dumps, though. And, like, there have been several times that we've seen that type of dump form some type of local bottom. And I'm not going to say that's for sure what we're going to get here. But I do like this bounce right here. And I like this for a potential squeeze. I'm not saying that can't potentially retest 25 or something like that, get another wick down first, but I would love to see basically a BART form back out of this, like what we saw here. So I don't think all hope is lost quite yet. But either way, when it comes to BTC, when it comes to ETH, theory still remains the same. Fun to trade, fun to look and speculate at what's happening on the lower time frame. But really, at this point, it's all just noise, right? Like, the real fun's not going to happen until next year after the halving. So we've got a little bit of time for it. But again, from the lower time frame stuff, like BTC moving still does make a difference on some of the alts. And like I said, I did relong Doge. I may be absolutely insane for doing it, but I'll show you why. Let me go to the BTC chart for Doge real quick. I've showed this comparison and I still, maybe it's crazy, and it probably is. There were a lot of valid points when I had Dime on here last that he brought up, but I'm hoping for a little bit of the fractal magic. I've talked again about a lot of these trend breaks with Doge and, what it's signaled in the past. I still have not given up hope, even after that breakout / retrace and retest. Again, you can look at this fractal here. It's not like this is price action that has not been seen before on a breakout with Doge. So I'm looking at this. I still think that there's a decent chance, especially if we can reclaim, like a safer play for y'all, honestly, might be a reclaim of that 260 area. 260 to 270 as it approaches the highs and basically buy the momentum there. But I still believe in just stacking Doge, being patient and waiting for that move to happen. I still think it's going to. With that, went ahead and bought a small bag of Pepe back. I got stopped out of my last position, but if Doge runs, still think Pepe has a chance too. So that's basically the thesis. Nothing too crazy with it. We'll see. But anyway, it's kind of just the basic market breakdown for y'all real quick. And we'll dive into the Frentech side here in 2 seconds. I need to tweet one thing out. Actually, I'm going to just go to the Twitter on here. What am I thinking? I've got it pulled up. I forget that I can get on Twitter on this. I check my phone half the time whenever I'm on here looking for it. Dude, Twitter is so money hungry. Like, look at that. Every single tweet that I have up here, promote. Is anybody actually going through and following and pressing that button? Like, there's no way. Okay, look at that. We had 126 people like it and 20 people in here right now. Is calling. Okay. Yeah, but let's dive in. So again, if you're not familiar, we covered Friendtech last week, and one thing that while the rest of the market has gone down, has trended in the right direction is basically if you bought anything last week around the time that we were talking about this stream pre-airdrop, you're up right now. So you're doing well. And right now we've seen a little bit of an interest peak that happened last night whenever the FaZe clan entered. But past that, man, I mean, like, we are at the stage where I think, I may as well just go over here to the Dune analytics side of things, right? So here was the initial wave of transactions that came in, right after it launched. Decent amount of hype popped up. And again, things died off a little bit right here. You can see where the transactions kind of trailed off. But boom, right when this was, the airdrop happened on the 18th, which was Friday. And again, the 10th, hey, again, we were early. The 10th is whenever we started talking about this. So very first day. So the 18th is when the airdrop happened, and boom, what happens whenever people see pictures of airdropped points to accounts? This started going parabolic as far as the number of transactions and the volume that was brought to the chain. So I kind of see right now, you can scroll down, and this shows where the active sellers and the active buyers are. Same type of thing, huge drop off here. But huge spike as soon as the airdrop hit, and we had this new influx of users that really came in. Peaked last night around this time, a little bit later, right whenever FaZe Clan and a bunch of the other mainstream influencers started coming in. Like, I saw Grayson Allen made an account. There are more e-girls than ever that have made accounts. But lots of volume happened there, but boom, blow off top and retrace. And when I say retrace, that's a pretty sharp drop off so far in the active sellers and buyers. So the question that you have to ask yourself is, okay, do we expect this? Was it a one-time hype thing after the airdrop, and is it done from that? So we'll talk through what my theory is, at least on what the trend is going to be, and kind of a decent approach, I think, as far as a strategy for both buying, selling, airdrop farming, kind of what my thought process is in the mix. You can get an insight to that here in a little bit. And I think it's going to work. So we'll see. But, we're going to dive through some of the different stats that are on this here in 1 second. But before we do that, the first thing, if you have missed what Friendtech is, let's go ahead and dive into it real quick. Okay. So Friendtech has been blowing up in popularity recently. It is basically just this app that, again, it is a mobile app. It is not something you can get from the App Store. It is a web app. So you go to their site, download it. You have to bridge then $20 worth of ETH to be able to create a pool. Creating a pool for yourself allows you to create an account and to be able to start trading other people's shares as well. So if you've never bridged before, which, dude, I was shocked at how many people have never bridged at all. I sent out a poll earlier today. Okay, when was the first time you ever bridged ETH? Wonky stonks are inevitable, by the way. Before Friendtech, after Friendtech, still never have. Dude, 43% of the participants have never bridged ETH before. So I am giving you the easy breakdown for the 20 of y'all that are in here, because I'm assuming there might be somebody that's in here right now that never has. I mean, the odds say that there probably is. There are a few new people that Friendtech is on board the bridging game, but, point being, there's still a lot of people that haven't. So I use Synapse to be able to bridge over. So just synapseprotocol.com. Be really careful with that. You can follow their socials. You know, follow the link through there, but be really careful whenever you do anything where you're going to connect your wallet. And then from there, you just go over here. Super easy. Connect your wallet. After you connect your wallet, you got to bridge your assets. So you're going to start with ETH, and you're going to go over here, and you're going to scroll down. You're going to find base, layer 2, mark how much you want to do, and then boom, bridge it over. That's simple. Yeah, like I've got nothing in here right now, so it's not going to show a great example, but point being, you've got to go over here. I'm currently on base chain. You can see that based on the logo there. So I would switch back to ETH for my network right here on MetaMask. After I switch back to ETH, I would then, you know, it's calculating based on what the LP is. I would then bridge over. So I'd press the bridge button, and yeah, you know, boom, you've got your base ETH. So then from there, you got to make sure your MetaMask, again, I'm going to switch it back. You cannot see my MetaMask, unfortunately, because it doesn't show you the extensions on here. But I'm going to switch back to base chain. Okay, so again,